Yeah. So another thing I happened with Aaron Jones, I was actually pleasantly surprised. I think there was a misconception. I personally thought that Jamaal Williams had a bigger impact on his touches. To be honest with you, it wasn't the case. So I actually looked at the splits from last year. He had 15 carries in the. There was 2 games Jamaal Williams missed, but there was also another game he played 6% of the snaps, so I counted that one towards the Aaron Jones game. And I also looked at the games that Jamaal Williams played. So it was 15 carries to 14.2. So there was a slight bump, but nothing crazy. His production spiked, though. He had 99 yards rushing versus only 73 in the games with Jamaal Williams. So whether the work, even though his yards, he's much more productive. I don't know what the reason was. The games they faced, it was San Francisco, Tennessee, your boys, San Francisco, Tennessee, and Carolina. And when I was looking at this, I said, all right, that's interesting. Maybe there's something else. Why wasn't he getting more touches? Was AJ Dillon more involved? Well, AJ Dillon was more involved. Well, 2 of the games were blowouts. So that skewed everything. Sky, trust me, last night, your migraine ended up helping our podcast because I went all in last night on research.
So. You're welcome. I'm happy to take a Percy Harvin for the team.
That a boy. No, I love it because I kept asking myself, I'm like, how is that true? And then sure enough, it was because 2 games were blowouts, and AJ Dillon dominated touches in the fourth quarter. So that drove a lot of this as why it was almost a wash. Aaron Jones in the first 3 quarters pretty much dominated touches. It was the last fourth quarter where AJ Dillon kind of basically evened things out a little bit. But the other thing was, even though the targets didn't spike, it was his on-field usage that did. He actually him and Jamaal Williams was at like 60-40 when it came to routes in the games that Jamaal Williams played. He is a much more prominent in the pass game than AJ Dillon, and was proven in the snaps. So it was almost